I'm Barbara, and welcome to this week's version of Craft Corner. This week, we're going to make some mermaids. For this project, you're going to need a mermaid pattern for the tail and the body, some pipe cleaners. You need yellow or brown or red or whatever color you want for the hair. You need 4 of them for the hair. And you need 1 light brown for the body and for the arms, and then another color, your choice, for the bodice of the top part of the mermaid. Then you need a plastic spoon, either white or ivory or whatever color you want it to be, and some adhesive-backed green glitter foam. You're going to need glue dots in 2 sizes. You're going to need the 1/2-inch ones, and then you need some of the little tiny ones. And you're going to need some small Google eyes. And you're going to need markers in red and orange or pink, something for the mouth and for the freckles. And then you're going to need scissors. So to get started on this, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our spoon and you're going to put the tiny glue dots on the back of your Google eyes and put them on your spoon. These will make the eyes stick to the spoon, maybe. And come on. So I've got her eyes on there, and then I'm going to make a mouth. Make her mouth, and I'm going to make some freckles on her cheeks. Just little dots. So she's got freckles. Now the next part of it is we are going to take some 1/2-inch glue dots and put them across the back of the spoon, at the top of the back of the spoon. This is going to hold her hair in place. So I'm going to lay a couple of those side by side so that the back is good and sticky. And I'm going to use dark brown. So you take your finger and hold the pipe cleaner in place and wrap it around and around and around the top of her head, and then come back around down so that you're covering the top part of her head. And then just tuck that in and maybe hold it with another little glue dot so that it doesn't go anywhere. Then the other 3 pieces, 2 of them you're going to take together like this and make them go from where you want her hair to be and fold it around the spoon like this, and then cut it off over here at the same length. Then you're going to lay that on your table and turn the ends up so she has a beautiful hairstyle. Then we're going to take a little bit more glue dots. I didn't get it all. and put them at the top of her head and lay this hair on there and work it around so it's on the top of her head like that. Now, the back looks like this so far. So I'm going to take these pieces that are left and I'm going to bend them so that they are about the same length as the other. And cut them off again so I can give her some more hair at the back. And I'm just going to lay this down and put some more glue dots on. So it's going to take a lot of glue dots for the hair. And then lay that hair on there like that so that we fill in the back so she has hair. Okay? Now, the next step is her arms. You want to take this light brown one and you're going to fold it in half to find out where the middle is. Then you straighten it back out and you put that half about where the bowl starts for the spoon, and then lay it around tight a couple of times. So now you've got what looks like this. Now take your end and bend it in about the size that you want it. Make her an elbow and then bend this again so you have a hand. And if you have to, twist this around itself a little bit so it stays. So there's one hand. And there's the other hand. See, I'm twisting it. And then I'm bending the elbow and bend the hand. And so she has two arms that bend. Okay, now we need a bodice for her, which is the top part of her dress. So I'm going to take this colored pipe cleaner and start it at the back and wrap it up and around so I'm making an X shape a couple of times over the brown, and then I'm going to come around and do the same thing on the other side. So she has an X shape, and then at the bottom I'm just going to wrap it around and around and around the spoon to use up what's left and make it a pretty color. And so there you have the top part of her dress. Now the bottom part is not a dress. We have adhesive backed green foam, which you have a small piece of, and you have a mermaid pattern. So I have cut this out. So you cut the tail and cut that piece out and make your pattern and draw it on the back of your foam where the paper is. So you can lay this down and draw it out, lay your pattern down and draw it out, and then you can cut out your fishtail and the piece that goes down her body as her legs, which she doesn't have legs, she has a fishtail, but you're gonna take this, which has an adhesive backing, and you're gonna peel it off and then put it at the bottom of her dress and run it down the spoon like that. Now, you see I've got some left over down here. So we're going to trim this so it's right up against the spoon. So now you don't have any sticky to deal with because it's all stuck to the spoon. Now this part also has adhesive backing on it. You do not take the backing off because we're going to glue this to this and we don't want it to be sticky back here. So leave the paper on the back of this one and just take a glue dot and put your glue dot at the top of the tail, right there. You put your glue dot right there, and then you lay that on the tail foam, and you have a mermaid that doesn't have any stickiness, and you can make 2 or 3 of these and play with them, and their arms pose, and you could hang them on things, or you can do whatever you want to with them. But that's how you make a mermaid. Have a great week. See you next week.